Hello and welcome once again to another episode of Spirit Walking with Spirit Walker. Guess what's back? Hey, I'm your host Spirit Walker. Once again, I am Spirit Walking in Pratt Park because the pond project is done. As far as it can be done at this time. They are doing a few little minor things around the pond, but the main part of the pond is finished for now. And it was because of the coronavirus that they thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and finish out the pond reconstruction. However, because of the coronavirus also, the funds for the city depleted and they weren't able to put the money into it that they really wanted to. And so it ended a little bit early. This is June 16th. It started on April 17th, so it's been almost 2 months exactly since they started the pond project. It's been done a couple of days. I just haven't been able to get out here and shoot any video. But now let's take a look and see what it's like. I did talk to some people saying that it's not stocked yet. And because of the city budget, it may not be stocked until next year. But it is a beautiful pond. Let's take a look. Let's walk. One of the small things around the pond that they are doing is rebuilding our little wooden bridge at the mouth of the pond. It used to look like this bridge, which goes across the creek to the playground. Well, now they're rebuilding it into what's going to look like an old-fashioned covered bridge. I'm anxious to see how that turns out. I'll be back up here and film as soon as they get it done. And this bridge, they're going to rebuild as well, but it's going to look pretty much the same. It's going to just have handrails. So as I've done in most of my videos about the pond, I'll start at the mouth where the creek feeds into the pond. Isn't the creek nice and full today? Going under the new construction of the bridge. You can still see just below the surface that where that silt buildup was, and they dug it out. Like I said, due to the city budget being depleted during the coronavirus pandemic there, they lost a lot of money to complete the pond project. You can still see where the bottom is not as smooth or finished. I see a 2x4 in the water right there. Yeah, it is a little disappointing, I understand, but it's better than it was. And look at the extent of it. It just looks so much better than it did. We're up near where they put the drain in. You can see it in the distance. The terrain on the edge of the pond on this side is a little bit rough. Of course, it'll wear away with time and rain, but still a little bit rough on this side. I've spotted an alligator slide. Run for your lives. If you remember, this was a part that was fairly deep originally, or some bigger fish down in this area right here along the edge. And that is the drain that goes out to Otago Creek. And there is a little turtle right there on the surface. Woo! I've seen quite a few turtles, no fish. And like I said, they have not stocked it. So any fish that got in here from the creek. And that's probably not too many. There's a little turtle sitting on that log right there, sunning himself. Of course, I had to come over here and see if any of it was draining into Otago Creek. And it's draining just a little bit, but that's about the usual drainage just to keep the pond at a constant level. Standing on this little culvert that was the original drain. I see a lot of little bait fish down in there. If you remember, this was fairly deep. They dredged this out pretty deep. There were some large fish down in here at one time. And then about almost straight to where the fountain is, they dredged out a long trench, and then they started dredging from there on either side of it. If you remember, the side on the right there along the shore was not as deep. And then over here there was a ridge that ran just inside that bank. I don't know if they smoothed out the moon-like terrain at the bottom before they filled it, or before they allowed it to be filled by rain and the creek. The terrain on this side, where the stadium is a little bit smoother. If you really get down and look right along the edge, though, you can see where it drops off. It goes out a little bit. They had a lot of sludge over here when they were dredging it. I don't know if that sludge is still there, but I definitely would not try to swim in this pond because of the terrain on the bottom that we've seen in other videos. If you don't remember, go back and look at the videos. In fact, watch the whole series of videos from April 17th, Pond Project Day 1, and watch all the videos in consecutive order and see how it changed. I may have to make a compilation video to show the change in it from one day to the other, or from one video to the other. There on the other side of the fountain is some gentlemen fishing on the bank. Talked to them a while ago. They're not having any luck. But hey, fishing's not all about catching fish. Sometimes it's just about being with friends and being outdoors and just enjoying the day. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Spirit Walking with Spirit Walker. I've had a good time walking around the pond, seeing all the things going on. Like I said, the pond looks really good. They're just touching up, doing some little work around the edges of it, and the coronavirus really gave us a hard time there for a while. So anyway, I appreciate you. I appreciate you liking and commenting and subscribing and sharing these videos. One of the workers out here building that bridge just said, you're Spirit Walker, right? He said, I knew you had to be. I saw the camera and I saw a YouTube video of yours. Somebody shared on Facebook. So it matters. People see these videos and then they want to watch more videos, and then I get to go more places and do more videos, and it just snowballs. We need each other, just like during this pandemic. So keep watching, keep sharing, keep commenting, keep subscribing, and I'll see you later. As usual, I'm Spirit Walker, and I approve of this message.